Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it on.
I was fired from book club, Muriel. Fired.
You were fired. My goodness.
Good morning and happy Monday to you. We are here at Mashpee TV, and it's the start of a beautiful week. Chilly out there right now, but I guess tomorrow, even though it's first full day of fall, don't shoot the messenger. Seasons do change around here. Tomorrow's supposed to be like humid again.
Okay. Well, right now we're high 50s. It'll hit 60 today.
Right? I'm
It'll
not
be great.
complaining.
No.
It's
Sun shining.
It's perfect. It's a perfect day for a barbecue too. We have got a party going on. All of our friends that are Mashpee Chamber members, still time to get signed up. We are heading on over to our president's house today. He has this beautiful barn, like horse farmy type place.
Cool.
And we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of the chamber.
Is that right? And did you join?
I'm the executive director.
Congratulations.
I don't know about all that. I'm coming into almost 1 year of taking on this job. And I figured let's just have a celebration. All of the people that came before me, Mary Lou and Katie Atchison and Julie, like there were just so many great Pat Dyer. There are so many wonderful people that have been a part of this organization, has grown this organization into this fabulous business community we have in Mashpee.
Wow.
And so I was like, you know what? We're going to have a barbecue.
Well, they're going to have a good time with you.
I think so. Oh, I don't know about me.
Oh, yes.
I'm just there being the helpful one that I am. But we've got food. We've got a little bit of music. The senator is coming.
Yeah. Okay.
I always get nervous when there are like heads of state that are giving you proclamations.
How many people do you think are going to show up?
Probably 100.
Okay.
I mean, right now, they were filing in this morning, more people last minute. I feel like people always wait till the weather. But I purposefully did it on a Monday because usually when you own a business, Mondays are the days that you kind of deal with the stuff that you put off, but also you try and keep it light, right? We try and keep it light, the flow of work on Mondays and Fridays, like ease into the week.
Well, if you had a busy weekend, it can mean that you need that time too.
Yeah. Mondays are my days.
Get your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Like-
that's exactly it, Muriel.
Ducks in a row. Right.
That's amazing.
We need 2 of these ducks.
Yeah, for sure. Now, maybe you can introduce yourself and talk to everyone and tell them a little bit about Muriel.
Sure. Hey, hi, I'm Muriel. I happen to have met Stephanie through the Mashpee Falmouth Market.
Farmers Market. Yeah.
Farmers Market. And she does a great job there. I have 2 businesses. I'm a realtor, work with Keller Williams, and I'm a potter, and I work with me. And so working at the farmers market, I got a table 2 years ago, and it's transformed my creativity. I've had an opportunity to like put my stuff out there and, have people look at it, judge it, maybe buy it, walk away from it. But it's been a growth process. And I've met so many great people. And her son helps me set up the canopy, brings my tables. It's fabulous.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
You got a good boy too, though.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
Yeah, my son Alex.
He's your go-to guy too.
Yeah, he is. He teaches yoga, and he's a fitness person, and he works at 4 different gyms. And if you need somebody to help get you in shape or get that right mindset, he's the guy.
Alex, I might need you. I'll be calling you later. I'm so thrilled that you took a chance last year when we were just starting out. We were just growing this market. And when you came back this year, you were like, wow.
What a transformation.
Right?
I mean, it was like, first it was very small, and then we came back this year, and then it opened up. It's right across from the library in Mashpee in the Commons. And people that were there last year we're bigger and better.
Yeah. And even this year, it's just even the foot traffic. It was steady the entire time yesterday. It was a joyful, lovely day. We saw so many great faces. It was the last day for our Power of Produce party. So the kids were out. I mean, Lauren was out there blowing bubbles. It's a very weird, hippy dippy, fun little magical space. So if you're not ready for that on Sunday, maybe next year. But if you are, we've got weeks left. So please come.
Yeah.
Muriel gifted me this. This is some of your work right here. This is beautiful.
It's my latest stuff. Yeah.
I love it.
I was challenged. A potter told me last year, you don't do handles. I go,
You're like, what do you mean?
yeah. So I challenged myself to make mugs.
This one looks pretty sturdy, my friend. This
Thank
handle?
you. Yep. It's a clay's been a lifelong passion. I was introduced to it way back when I went to Harry Hall and I watched him work. This is when we were camping, and I've carried that love all these years and self-taught. And
That's pretty incredible. It's been one of those things that I've really wanted to take a class in or go learn. I know that Katuitt Center for the Arts has got a nice studio over there. Falmouth has got a nice little studio over there. I'm sure there are other little ones in between.
I take classes. I've taken classes at Castle Hill, which is in Truro, Katuitt Arts Center, clay classes there. Falmouth Arts Center, I'm currently enrolled there, and Meeting House Clay in Katamin, I'm enrolled there as well. And I'll tell you, it's not only just taking the classes, it's like this. It's like this community.
It really is.
We need to reach out to each other and find things that we love to do. We need to play, right? We can't work all the time.
And it's funny because it's one of those mediums where, yes, another potter, they're all so different. All of your work is so different. I had to limit a little bit of it for the Christmas market just to give everybody a little bit of look at our potters, because for whatever reason, our potter group has come out in droves. They're like, we want to be seen.
Yes.
We have so many of them and so many incredible ones. And then you were talking to me about this event that's happening, the Cape Cod Pottery Trail.
Right. Yep. This is happening this Friday. Friday will be the night event where there's 30 potters, and there will be 14 venues, different places to go. But that particular night is going to be a brick kiln farm in East Falmouth from 5 to 7. And it's going to be a fun event. You're going to see works by all the potters, most of them. And there'll be some food and beverage and just a good time. And then on this Saturday and Sunday, there's a map here, and there's all these locations. I'm number 12. I have another potter with me, Kim DeWall, and she does different work than me. Beautiful work. Sometimes I feel like, oh, really?
But that pushes you to be better, right? I love surrounding with myself, just people that are on a next level brilliance that I can maybe, take little nuggets from, get little pieces of better.
That's right.
From them and be inspired from them. I used to work in an environment that was very competitive, that was very me, mine. And making that shift for me during pandemic into a space where it's been so collaborative and lovely has been a really, really nice space for me to be in. Cooperatively, I'm a collaborative person in general as a person.
You are. You're very, I related to you right away.
That makes me happy. But I think a lot of us truly are. I think sometimes, especially what's going on in the world and everybody's afraid and crazy and not their regular self. I get grounded, and I've been making a mindful shift to use more of this type of pottery, wood boards. We have so much plastic in our world.
Too much.
And, being in treatment, being more mindful of what I put in my body, how I care for things. We are making those shifts. I yelled at my husband. I was like, no more plastic boards. You're putting plastic back in your food. Right. No more. And it gets easy, right? When you've got kids and you're just like, oh, everything's plastic because it breaks. And I came from that space of having 5 small children where my life was plastic.
5.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm slowly poisoning myself and my family.
I can see that. Wow.
So moving to pottery, handcrafted stuff, moving to wood boards like Murph boards at our farmers market, people making handcrafted items from real things in the world, and we're utilizing those. I feel like we're taking care of them.
Right. We are.
And we're keeping them longer. And I love that you're crafting this. How did you even make this so perfectly? I would be the wonky vase. I would be like the second grader made that. No, it's Stephanie.
No.
How did you finally get to this beautiful piece that looks like false craft, for crying out loud?
It all looks different. Well, I worked at that one because I used to rib to make it, because ordinarily my fingers, I like leaving marks.
Okay.
But if I wanted to draw on it, I needed to be more even surfaced. So I used to rib, and I kind of ribbed it and made it straight. And it takes a little bit of practice. I did about 20 mugs, and every one of them would be different.
Yeah.
It's like when you breathe.
Right.
Each breath is a little different, even though you're not aware of it.
Yeah.
It's the same here. Like I could be making it and pulling it up and then holding my breath. Another time it would be exhaling. So
in just those little differences in body movement,
or just maybe a mosquito buzzing in your ear, or somebody talking, or a car driving by, it just affects where you are in the moment. Takes your mind. Yeah.
Is there something that if one skill that you could say that pottery has taught you something?
It's taught me to, the one skill is, I say, meditation.
Okay.
That would be, for me, when I get on the wheel, it's just like,
it's a zone.
Else. Yeah, definitely. And I feel like more grounded and a happy place. It's my happy place.
Yeah. I saw it over the weekend. I was lucky enough to be part of it's sad. It was suicide awareness. Over the weekend, it was Pilates with purpose, but just those moments of breath, mindfulness, being grounded. I feel like pottery is also sort of in that same wheelhouse. So like you said, one small baby movement affects this whole beautiful creation that you've just made. Yeah,
it is. I had an opportunity. I had done one at the Jewish Center in Falmouth.
Yep.
They invited me to have a table there because I used to work at Starbucks for like 20 years.
Yep.
And so customers come in, and I made friends, and she invited me to better put my table out there. And I did. And there was a woman who came, and she was from Brandeis, and she invited me. She said, would you be able to accommodate some women just to do a little workshop at your studio?
Like, yeah.
And I said, sure. And then the list grew to 17. And I go, oh my God, 17 women. People
want to know a skill, and this is a cool one.
It was a blast. And what they do is they come, and they came to my venue, and then they went to Trevi, which is a restaurant in the Commons.
A delicious one that I have a problem with, because I love going, and there's little chicken dish thing there that I love. Shout out to our business member, Trevi. Very good. Sorry, sidetrack.
It's cool. They invited me, but I didn't want to intrude. So I got a gift coupon, which I have still.
Well, you're going to have to use that, Muriel.
Well, I am. I'm going to use it as a giveaway with my real estate. So
there you go. We're talking to Muriel Tice. We're here at Mashpee TV this morning. Our question of the day: if you had one wish that you could have granted this week, and it's not for more wishes, what would it be? Is there something this week that's gnawing at you? Are you nervous for something? Are you excited for this week? I'm a little nervous this week. I am speaking at the South Shore Conference for Women.
Ooh.
And I'm on a panel with people, like I said, that are much more elevated in their career, I feel like, than I am.
Yeah, but are they as grounded as you are?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm grounded. I think I'm a little crazy.
You kind of have to be, but you relate to everyone. So you got to be every man, every woman. People.
My career is radio, right? I'm behind the scenes. So I'm not used to people seeing me. And then my husband was the one that said, you got to do video. Whether you like it or not, you got to do video. And he's like, you have an expressive face. They'll love it. I was like, oh, I don't know how much I love that. But so, yeah, I'm in this moment and I love talking to people, but big groups like that make me a little bit uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Do you have any tips for your grounding? Anything that you've come across that might just
You know,
put me in that Zen wheel space before I get out there? Because I think that that's when I get.
I think for me, if you worry about speaking,
Yeah.
okay, Toastmasters. There's a group, I belonged to it for 2 years, and you can get up in front of a group, but the whole thing is knowing, like having your information and knowing what you're generally going to say.
Yeah, your points.
Right. So then you don't worry about it. It's there and you can look at it. Doesn't matter, you know. However, you just be yourself
Yeah.
and breathe and just have fun and just know that you're delivering information that people really need to hear.
Well, I think that's it for me. It's always that constant struggle of I want to deliver something that's worth your time. I've been to so many of these things where I'm like, well, I learned nothing, or I just listen to people talk on and on about stuff I didn't find relatable.
Yeah. Here's a big tip. This is what I've been learning. You need to listen first, ask questions, see what they're like. You ask the concerns, what's your concern today? And then you can build on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I spoke to a great group of women, the Cape Cod Women's chapter, and we were just talking about how to get noticed in a sea of humans. And I said that's exactly it. When I'm in a room with someone and they start talking about what it is that their business or their specific needs, our general reaction as people is to start thinking of how I'm going to answer you.
Right.
Before you've actually listened to the things that they've said to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so hard to not pause. I've got that radio brain. So I feel like, oh my God, dead air, quiet space in between, way too long.
Oh,
It's awkward, but that's okay.
it is. And that quiet space is where the aha moment happens.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that
Just
conversation.
Let them speak.
Yeah.
Right. Let them give their voice.
I'm a nervous yapper. I can't help it.
Yeah. Just
Paul, Robert, you can really collaborate when the Dougie comes on. Listen, that was years and years ago when I was out there in the clubs at night. We don't have those anymore because we live on Cape Cod and everything closes at 9 p.m.
or sooner.
Yeah, right. But he loves to show that photo. I blame that on Stephanie Taylor, by the way, not this Stephanie. However, when I was DJing at the boathouse, they would love it. It was like midnight and they're like, put on the Dougie. And it was a song and a dance. And Stephanie Taylor and I used to get on the bar and do the Dougie. Don't ask. My kids are probably like, oh my God, she's so embarrassing.
Hey,
not my mom. Now my Dougie looks a little differently because I can barely bend. You had an injury this year that kind of set you back.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I kind of open house, and of course, I probably should have been meditating that day.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, and I had done it 4 times. It was a house in Katuitt, colonial, upstairs, downstairs, basement.
So this was while you were working. This was added.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
it was
worst.
It was like a 10 to 12 open house, and it was overpriced. It was sitting on the market. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I love your frankness.
Yeah, it was overpriced. It's been reduced. However, no one was coming, so I just had nothing to do. So I went to shut off the lights and came down the stairs and missed the bottom step. Yeah, and I ended up on the floor and basically busted my patella and had to have I call my son Alex.
Not 911.
No, I call him first, and I had to figure out how to get off the floor, which I did. Anyways, long and short story, I'm here now.
Yeah.
And I've pretty much recovered. I'm able to did open houses again.
Yeah.
Walking up and down the stairs with both legs. There's no more brace on. So, and I'm on my wheel. So life is good.
Yeah, that's the good part.
And I'm back.
Yay, I love it.
I'm back.
We're talking with Muriel Tice. Not only is she a potter, and we were talking about the Cape Cod Pottery Trail, but yes, as you just heard, open houses, you do real estate. We've got a lot of people that do real estate on the Cape, but I think everybody's got their little niche, their little specialties.
Yeah. Well, I'm a boomer. Okay, let's get that straight.
All right, it's off the table now. You all know.
Yeah,
She's a boomer.
Yeah, I do dye my hair. However, I'm young at heart, and I'm never going to get old.
I love it.
Okay, and my folks that I really relate to, I do a lot of first-time home buyers. Tough market right now. I mean, I have folks that have really kind of almost given up, but don't give up. Interest rates just dropped a little bit, and it'll lighten up.
That's the conversation I'm hearing a lot with our 30-somethings, with our first-time home buyers. Good morning, Miss Eleanor. Great to see your face yesterday. Melissa, Thomas, Lauren, hello, Kelly. She said, I wish to be doing full-time holistic healing work when I'm ready. I love it. A Manny and a Petty with a coffee does sound good. Yeah, that's a perfect wish for me right there. Good morning, Wendy. My one wish, meaningful coffee connections. And hello, Miss Carol Sherman. Thank you for joining us on the show this morning. We're talking to Muriel. We're talking about her and her real estate a little bit because let's be honest, we're Cape Codders and we've got 42 jobs.
That's right.
We're always working some angle to live in this beautiful place.
That's true.
And so you must deal with a lot of frustration. Can't find the right house. There's always something that's not perfect.
There are some things. However, it's part of the adventure.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about asking questions. So if you find out, why is that important? And you get it right down to the nitty-gritty, you can zero in on finding that particular property that they want. And
so you're also a therapist.
You just have to be a good listener, and you have to be paying attention, honest attention to what they're saying, body language, whatnot, and also do your homework and know what's coming on. And eventually it does work, and you've got to give them hope.
I think that's another thing. It's that hope right there where this could happen. It could be the right fit. It could be the one.
Right.
It could alleviate some of our stress. I know you came in, you did your homework over here. What have we got?
Oh, okay.
She's got the local information.
Yeah. Well, I usually in the morning, what I do after I make my coffee is I just go into my MLS and I check RPR pretty much. And
which is what?
RPR is a research arm of the MLS.
Okay.
And what it does is it gives you information about what's happening in the market. So for instance, it's different. It's like a tale of two cities. If you looked at Mashpee and Falmouth, there's different numbers. So months of inventory in Mashpee is 4 now. It's climbed a little bit. So it's getting to be more to a balanced market, which is more like 5 months or so.
This is a science I will never know. I just usually defer to Hank and Mari, but I'm glad that there are other voices here in this space. It's good.
It is. It's good. So homes that are selling. So when a seller puts their home on the market, it's been going for about 97% of the asking price, which means, it's pretty close to what they're offering and with the buyers. So there's a demand for it and people are moving. Medium days on market, this is from Mashpee, is 56 days on the market. And so properties are moving at a steady pace, but it gives you a little bit of time if you're a buyer, knowing that you just don't have to jump at it.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, there's something that I've really been keeping my eye on. And my husband and I are kind of, what if we do this? What if we do this? What if we do this? What if we move this? What if this works? I feel very stressed out about it. So I've taken a step back from the situation to try and look at, do we really want to do this?
Yeah.
Is this the space we really want to be in?
right?
And that's been difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you deal with that all of the time with buyers.
It's that not knowing the thing that's important. I personally think is that home ownership is critical. It is the most expensive purchase you'll ever make, investment you'll ever make, but it'll be the best one you'll ever make.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get property values appreciate historically 4% year over year. Might be a little less than that now, but it's a given that it will appreciate. We just saw this great big jump after COVID when everybody was coming from Boston and every place,
right?
Leaving the cities.
Yeah, because our space is beautiful space.
Yeah, it is, and so now we just don't have that accommodation now for our local people. They're really suffering. So you notice that there's like a lot of affordable housing units starting to come up.
Well, yeah, it needs to.
Yeah.
There needs to be that balance, and that's definitely one of the things that is affecting our professionals here and keeping that mid-range of human. We were just at the One Cape Summit last week, put on by the Cape Cod Commission, and we were just talking about that critical age mass of people that we're not having right now. Is that 25 to 50-year-old people can't afford? They've been priced out of this market.
Yeah. Have you noticed, like in the morning, like this is a Monday morning, a Tuesday morning, if you're heading off the Cape, like the Bourne Bridge, you will see this big influx of people coming in, these cars and trucks. And these are all your people that are working, your electricians, because they cannot afford to live here.
Well, that's exactly the conversation they're having too with that bridge and the work that needs to be done to it. So that is a terrifying space. All right, which side of the bridge are you going to be on? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to do one more quick thing. Falmouth is it's a seller's market right now, and they're at under 3% inventory. And basically, there's been a decrease in inventory, and sellers might consider listing their properties now to take high advantage of this high demand and low, inventory count. Median days in Falmouth are 17. So remember the other one was 56, 57, 17. So very, very fast paced movement. So there's very strong buyer interest, and median sold price in Falmouth is a little higher than it was. 850,000 in Mashpee. Falmouth is 1,376,000.
That just blows my mind that the median price is that.
Yep, that's it. The median price. So anyways, just understanding the market dynamics. And so it changes right now. Everything's in a big flow, but the bottom line is work with a realtor.
What do you mean? I just shouldn't slap a for sale sign in my front yard and hope for the best?
Oh, yeah. Well, that is the running joke.
It happens.
That is the running joke, but we don't do that here. We've got some great agents here that take care of people.
Well, it's really hard because we have so many of these tools at our disposal with ChatGPT and the DIYers, and you must hear and see it all.
Yeah, but there's a lot of in between things that need to be taken care of. That you just need to have
professionals,
but you need to have some people behind you.
Yeah, you do.
And they do all the heavy work that you don't see. Just keep it very smooth for you.
What's the best way for people to get a hold of you if they want to chat with you?
Oh, yeah. Well, you can want my number?
Sure. That's up to you. I can drop your information in the chat afterwards and we can make sure that it's the right way you want people to contact you.
Well, I work at Keller Williams, and my office is the Centerville office is the main office, and I have an office in North Falmouth. You can look me up. My number is 508-733-7681, and that would be good. Or you can also go, my name, Muriel Tice, at kw.com. It's my email.
And you can also meet her on the Cape Cod Pottery Trail here.
Yes. And
I love this. So many great studios and artists.
Yeah.
And I will drop this information on on the chat afterwards because we've got 30 local artists, 14 locations across the Upper Cape. And I love that it's coming this weekend. So if you're looking for something to do and you love pottery and this beautiful piece, thank you so much for gifting
welcome.
this to me. This is beautiful.
You're welcome.
And now I get to think of you every time I drink from it.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to come to my studio.
Absolutely.
And that's another thing.
Can you teach me one thing?
Absolutely. That is on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I've figured out I'm going to be putting in hours like a 3 to 6 on a Saturday and a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be open working with clay, and my studio's open. I have pottery there. If you like to pick some up, it's fine. If you would like to have a class with me, let's do that. I'm a good teacher. I went to, here's the thing.
Patient.
Yeah, I was self-taught. So this before the internet. And so I went to the library and I got books. And after Harry Hall, I met him at Scargo. He had told me, because I was coming all the time. I'm jumping around here because I'm a rabbit and a squirrel.
So we all are.
Which is why I need to be on my wheel. Anyways, he had told me, can you help me pick up this piece? Because I've been there like every summer, hanging around like 2 or 3 times a week and when I'm on vacation. And he looked at me and he said, "You're a potter, aren't you?" And that's when I became that potter. Yep.
When somebody identified it for you?
Yep. He just said, "I'm a potter," and that was it. And I've been one ever since. And so I went to
That's kind of magic.
I went to UMass and I said, I want to go to school there.
Same sister.
And I called and I got an appointment with the professor there. And his name is Jim. And he interviewed me. And then I got in. And I was like, I went there for 4 years. And that first day I was there, I'm with all these 20-year-olds. And
so you went to college later in life?
Yes, I did.
I love this story.
2014. Get that?
I had this conversation. I had my 2 girls. I'm not going to interrupt you right this second. I will come back to this, but go ahead. So here you are, 2014, being the older student, which I love.
Yeah, we were seniors. And actually there were, at that time, this was when seniors were allowed to go to school for free at the universities. And
see, there were deals then.
It was a good deal. And because we had costs associated with it beside that. However, I'd be walking in the hallway and you see someone with, they look like they'd have gray hair or whatever, or they didn't have gray hair, but you knew who they were. And we all had these glazed looks like, where am I? This is wonderful. And we were all pursuing whatever we wanted. They were fiber artists. I was a clay person. They would, design, you name it. They were all over.
That's amazing.
Yeah. This is right here in Dartmouth.
Fabulous.
Yeah. And I was at the Star Store with New Bedford I was born and raised in New Bedford. The Star Store was amazing. And it's an old department store. And we were on the 4th floor. And that's where I was for 4 years. So yeah. Back to you.
Oh no, my girls were mocking me last night because my daughter, one's home from college and she's got a doctor's appointment. And so my 2 girls are in the kitchen kibitzing and being loud and obnoxious and cackling. And it's 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, I got to work. I'm a morning person. Time for this right now. And they're mocking me. And Mom, you don't understand what it's like to be in college. Mackenzie says to her, Mom went to college. She goes, when? In the olden days? I said, yes, it was the 1900s. Jerks. 2 of them. I was there to be mocked. She goes, go ahead and eat your soup. I got up and I heated up soup from the farmer's market. By the way, Katie's soup is fabulous. Love yourself soups if you want a soup. She goes, why is there so much soup in the fridge? It's like a breakout ward from a geriatric unit. Mocked all day by my girls.
You know what? I hadn't, because I'm tending my own booth.
Yeah.
But I noticed she was in by the trucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Katie's over there. She's
right.
fabulous. She works out of the culinary incubator and she's working on getting her own space. But you would absolutely love talking to her.
I-
She's an Appalachian girl, and she makes these amazing soups, but she uses her grandma's recipes, and they're just really, really wonderful. And yep, I went to college in the 1900s, and I'm an old lady that loves soup. So that's what my
Okay.
girl's like.
Well, I will visit. I'll visit Katie.
Yeah, please
I'm
do.
there this October 5th,
Perfect.
and also the one after.
I love it. Well, yeah, we've got 3 weeks left of the regular farmers market. We're going to take a couple of weeks and shift into our winter season. We've got the clam jam that's coming up November 16th. We'll have 6 more Christmas markets, and then we're going to close it off for the season and figure out how we're going to make it bigger and better. It's always really exciting to have that regeneration time of how we're going to focus or what we're going to focus on for the following year. I had this wonderful woman, Plumeria, come to the market, and she's from the California, Berkeley area. And she said, I would love to use no plastics here. And I said, me too. I'm on a mission. But she showed me how to make these fabulous produce bags that are just kind of out of leftover material that we have at home, some cotton material, whether you've got clothes or whether you've got curtains or some sort of material to make these bags out of. So we're on the quest for sewers. If you know a sewer or somebody with a little bit of extra time on their hands.
How about crochet? Because my friend is a crocheter.
Yeah.
And she makes these little bags that
I feel like that's so much work though. And
it is work.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
I'm going low maintenance. I'm trying to make a bucket of them for free so that people can grab them and grab their veggies.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like on a Saturday, we can make 100 or 200 of them.
Why don't we
And then for free.
Well, why don't you just have a get together where people can just bring their little portables?
Yep.
I've got one. I'll come.
Right?
And then just get some fabric.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody would donate.
I
some
need a
fabric.
leader. Yeah. So we need a leader on this project and we need someone to donate, or we could just bring all of the
Our own
cotton
scraps.
material.
Why
Right.
don't we just, you can go to the thrift shops.
Yeah.
There's always that stuff. And I'm sure you've got
We've got a great group of volunteers, but I would love just a Saturday or a Sunday in the winter when we're kind of like looking for something to do for our mental health and get together and just make bags for the market where you can bring them home, bring your green beans home, cook them, and then wash it.
You could reach out to the to the Mashpee Library.
Yeah.
And see who they have. And maybe book club people might want to join in.
Yeah, right. We could make like a little Saturday series or a Tuesday night series. I don't care. I've been thrown out of book club, so I'm looking for something to do.
Yeah. So give me your ideas.
But I think it'll be a fun winter activity for us for sure. What's up, Cheryl? Thanks for joining us on the show. We've been chatting to Muriel Tice, a jack of all trades, from a potter to a real estate agent. And I love the fact that you pursued your education later in life. I feel like there's always a pivot for everybody. And that's the conversation that I'm going to be having at the South Shore Conference for Women. It's from pivot to where you're at now and just talking about these collected skills that we've had over the years that have brought us to where we are in our profession.
Sure. I mean, it's what gives us the empathy that we have.
Yeah.
And, just that openness and that knowledge and that, like the older generation, they were such wise people.
Well, I'm a far better student at 50 than I was at 20. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't have time for the listening then.
Yeah. Life experiences.
Yeah.
Right. And you come across so many different situations and different people. And these times it's a time that we really need to connect. It's more important than ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're not kidding on that one. If you'd like to connect with us, please do so. Shoot us an email, info@lemonadio.com. Come on the show with us like Muriel did today. I know you took a chance and say thank you.
It's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Pop back in anytime. Whatever it is you do today, make sure you do have a little fun for yourself. I'm going to be posting our list of trivias, music bingos. We've got some dance parties. We've got a block party in the Mashpee Commons. Please get out there and connect with fellow humans. I feel like when the world gets tough, we tend to recoil and be by ourselves. And that's just not the way to handle things. It's gotta jump in and get together and work out some solutions. So please get out there and engage.